Good afternoon, folks. This is the February 29th, 24 meeting of the Personnel Board. And we have in Gary Fisher and Scott Yankee, or myself, Gary Whitehouse, in attendance, along with Paige Eppolito, our HR, and Katie is helping us on with minutes. Thank you, Katie. All right, so we're discussing, first we want to look at the minutes. Has everyone had a chance to read the minutes from November 14th?
I did.
I'll accept the motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from our last meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Yep, aye.
Aye. Okay, now we're going to talk about a union pay chart, non-union pay chart, I'm sorry. Paige, would you like to lead us in this description, what we're doing?
I don't have a copy in front of me, but I did look at it.
Okay.
So, but I did look at it, so I can pop on his if we need to
Okay.
share.
Well, the first one, we were requesting a 15-year step on the non-union pay scale. The other unions, as I noted, steelworkers, they have a step 12, AFSCME has a step 15, DPW has a step 15, the library has a step 15, the fire also has a step 15, and the police have a step 20. We're requesting a step 15 for non-union, and it's 15 years, time spent.
How do the numbers look, Scott?
So I only have the one that's, did you
You only have the new one?
version with the step 15 on it?
Yeah, I can't find the one with the 15. Is this it? No.
I should have brought my laptop, but
I don't
Do you
have
have a
the,
copy of that?
I don't have that one.
Can you just tell us what it says then?
Well,
The date on
it
that?
would just be 3% higher than the step 10.
2%.
Step 15, or it goes
Goes-
2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Well, if we just do, this is fiscal '24, so for fiscal '25, if we added a step 15, it would be 2% higher than the current step 10.
Let's see, it might be in that email
Yeah.
from you.
That's what,
That's the library one, but that's okay.
well, that's a lot of it,
Yeah.
but we're making it comparable, so that's the one. This one is, okay, how did you arrive at these figures, Paige?
For a step 15?
Step 15, yes.
Well, the request was because the other unions have it.
Right,
So
so-
it was just
You're just duplicating their,
duplicating exactly what they have.
Increases.
And it had never been added to the non-union pay scale.
Mm-hmm.
So I could do numbers for you and bring them back to another meeting if that's what you want to see exact.
oh, but I mean, if you're just trying to match them
Yeah,
up.
just trying to match exactly what the
Right.
other unions
That's
have.
always been our goal, to try to keep everything.
And if they went from a 12 to a 15 and it's 2% more and we're doing the same on this, that's fine, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They're going from a 10 to a 15, right?
10 yeah,
So that's
10
5 more
if you-
steps.
No, there's no steps. There's no, it's, you go from a step.
that's the
10
years.
years,
Okay.
and then you'd stay 10, on this 10-year step until you actually make 15 years.
Okay, so there's no
it's
step
really
11,
only-
12, 13,
it's-
14.
Correct. No, there's no in-between. It goes from the 10 to a 15. You're not getting increments in between.
And how does the union, works the same?
Yeah, exactly the same.
Goes 10, then 15?
It's, yes,
Okay.
years of service.
But there's no 11, 12, it just
No.
goes 10, 15 for the
Aside from
union
the
as well?
library,
Yes.
the library has
10
a
years
step
you
12.
stay.
Yeah.
Stay on it.
Library has a step 12. So Steelworkers has a step 12,
Okay.
Okay.
so that they go from a 10 to a 12.
Anyone have any
Is that-
questions?
Is that an appropriate movement from a 10 to 15 in your salary experience?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a good way to retain people after the 10 years.
I mean, that's what I do in my own company, you know. for when
Seems
you
like low to go from 10 to 15.
award vacation
but-
time. and-
Well, they're still getting their annual
Yeah, that's true.
increases as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
This is just for additional
Okay.
benefits.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right. Do we have a motion?
A motion to approve adding step 15?
On the non-union. Oh, a second,
Okay.
non-union, yep.
Any discussion? I haven't seen none. All in favor?
Aye.
Right?
Aye.
Great. And then the second request is to reclass our current executive assistant position from, to move, well, as you can see, the original pay scale went 5-6, and it skipped,
7, 8.
didn't have a 7,
Yeah.
and it went to an 8. So we've added a grade 7,
Added these,
which
that's
is
the newest one.
currently vacant, and the grade 8 is currently vacant. And we would like to increase our executive assistant's position. We've done a little reorg in the department where the prior communications person handled the select board. Now our executive assistant handles all of the select board, the town manager, and she actually helps out me too. There's been many things added to the job description from when she was hired, and doing salary surveys for other towns that have executive assistants that handle select board, town manager, HR, or the assistant town manager is usually the case, that they handle all 3 of those, they support all 3 of those high positions. They are, their salaries are a lot higher than the grade 6 that we currently have. And we have secured a communications specialist,
Good news.
and
Yeah.
that is coming in at a 6, as a 6 or a 5? A 5. And she starts next week.
Okay. So who is our executive assistant? That's Katie.
Katie.
Okay, and she's done a great job that I've seen, so no problem with that.
And what's the proposal to go to what?
Well, if you accept the grade 7, which I added, like I said, we couldn't figure out why it was missing, so we added it. It would go, we would recommend a 7-7 for Katie.
The second 7, step 7?
Yes.
I do have a question on why, like, going from a 6 to a 7 at step 1 is, not, I don't have the numbers in front of me in terms, quite a low percentage, but then going from a 7 to an 8 is a bigger step change. I
Well,
mean,
and it's a valid question, but each step, as I've noticed, they all have different percentages. I don't know who created it. I don't know why. It would be nice if it was uniform. I did add a uniform 3% across each step to make my 7. That's what I did.
Okay.
But they're all different, and I can't tell you why.
But, so you're going from a 5, just looking at step 1, you're going from a 5 to a 6, and it's
65 to 69.
what, a 7% increase, something around there? And then you're looking at like a 3% increase going from a 6 to a 7.
Yeah.
3%.
And then you're going 15% when you're going from a 7 to an 8.
Yeah.
So why isn't the 7, why don't we place the 7 like more in between the 6 and the 8?
I can do that. Yeah, this was just a quick.
Just a question.
Added it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was no rhyme or reason
It
to.
doesn't have to be the midpoint, but it seems like it's on the low side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it also depends what else would go in.
We don't, like I said, currently nothing in grade 7 or grade 8, but it's good to have obviously to have them.
I'm comfortable moving the executive assistant to a 7. I'm not sure we have the 7 slotted in.
You want me to make it higher?
So I
right amount.
think-
But the problem is I don't know what it should be. I don't know what it is in comparison. I don't know what other towns have, I don't know.
Well,
I think at the 7-7, it's probably positioned in a pretty good spot, but for
Okay.
some reason in the early steps, it's,
Oh, I see what you mean. I didn't look that far out. Okay.
so I don't know if it's going up at a different rate for the steps
Ah,
than the
I
other.
see what you mean. Yeah.
But just worth looking at. I don't think it's going to change the numbers dramatically, especially at the 7-7, but
Okay.
I mean.
I see what you
I
mean.
think we'd take a look at it, and as long as it's within a couple % of where it is now for this
Yeah,
role,
yeah.
then I'd be fine with whatever you come
It
up
is,
with.
when you look at the bigger picture,
Yeah.
it's in there.
Yeah. But if something were to happen, you brought somebody in an early step, it would make sense for it to align a
Right.
little better.
And then build. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
So I'm fine with the proposal that you have, but I
Okay.
think as far as going back, and maybe it's, since you have nobody else, maybe it's for fiscal 25.
25. That's what I was going to ask you next. So maybe we could actually look at the percentages and maybe try to true them up to make them a little, even.
And
Across
maybe
the
even do a
board.
little bit of benchmarking.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'd be supportive of that, and he could do that in
Happy to
his
throw
sleep.
it in a spreadsheet.
He could do it in his sleep.
I do know that when they came up with this pay plan, this was many years ago under Kevin Pecos.
Okay.
And there was an exhaustive study that took them months and months to do comps for all the
Right.
towns and trying to be competitive. That was his thing. He wanted
That's
to
what I'm
be
working on.
80%.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm doing a salary survey currently, so,
So, yeah, next year would be appropriate to
Yes.
revisit everything with your recommendations.
I agree with that.
Yep.
But I'll make a motion to approve for this role.
I'll second.
And any discussion, further discussion?
This is specifically for adding the 7 and then putting
The
executive
executive
assistant
assistant
into the
in the
7.
7, yes.
And then however she's slotted in 7, that's for you
Yep.
guys to decide, but yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yep, I,
Aye. Okay,
Did you do the meeting minutes?
yeah, we already approved the
You
minutes.
did that? Oh,
Yep.
great, that was good, okay.
So, anything else anyone like to discuss? Or I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
anything else going on? Motion to adjourn, I'll second it.
Okay, all in
That's it.
favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous.
Thank you so much.
Adjourn. Thank you, folks, for coming in.
Thanks, Paige.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Katie.